Hi, welcome to Raven Beak Nature Works. I'm Jamie McDonald, and today is February the 8th. And today I'm going to do several batches of yew staves here. So this is actually the biggest wood sell-off I've done, and I need to cycle around my wood. I'm running out of space and got new stuff coming in, and I'm just bursting at the seams. So today I'm going to do 5 videos, should be about 60 pieces of wood in total. This is all old growth Pacific yew. This wood has been down about 5 years. And it spent the last year in my shop with some heat on it. So this is about as dry and seasoned as I can get it at this point, and ready to be worked. So big range, all sorts. So hopefully there's something for everyone here. But let's hop into it, take a look, show you what we got, and get them out to you. So up first we have stave A, stave 1, 77 inches long, nice and straight. It's got a natural, maybe 3 inches of reflex to it, and just incredibly tight grained. So super clean, clear piece of wood. Yeah, feels like there's something potentially very heavy in that if you're looking, or something lighter, and keep a bit of that reflex in there. So fly down the back. Back's a tiny bit fluted, so it's not perfectly flat. It's got a little sort of bumps to it. But really, really clean. Super tight sapwood. So, up first, that is number 1, 77 inches long, and that's $3.50 Canadian. And number 2, 80 inch. Take a look, heartwood sapwood. Again, big piece of wood, real clean. Couple little pin knots here and there, but really clean piece of wood, and still very heavy, a lot of weight to it. So pretty straight, actually very straight. If anything, maybe a hint of reflex down there. Alignment looks really good. So lovely. Again, I could see something heavy coming out of that one. That's stave 2, 80 inches, that's $3.50. And number 3, 81 inches long. Alignment, pipe straight, side to side looks really nice. This wood, it's all real slow growing, real tight grained. It's hard to count rings once it gets pretty tight, but it's tight wood. So nice flat back to it, and very smooth. So nothing major. As always, yew's gonna have some little pins here and there, little wiggles, but really I'm chasing the cleanest, straightest, longest wood I can. So that's stave 3, 81 inch, that's $3.50. And stave 4, 82 inch. So it's got just a hint of sweep down at the one end. So depending if you want to leave it full long, I would see just a gentle heat bend down there. But if you want to shorten it up a bit, I think you could get something straight out of that. The back is real flat. Lie down it nice and clean. And get the heartwood sapwood. So that's stave 4, 82 inch, and that's $3.25. And stave 5, this one I debarked, must have been a year ago. It's just been standing in my corner and I thought I would pass it on. So stave 5, 80 inches long, nice and straight, nice and straight. It's got decently tight rings, not as tight as some, but a real clean piece of wood. Nice and small, easier for shipping. So, moderately thick sapwood. Might want to thin it down a little bit, depending on your style you're looking to make. But definitely a nice bow in there. So that's number 5, 80 inch. That's $3.25. And number 6 is currently 81 inches long. Nice and straight. A little bit of a reflex down at the one end, more than this end. Beautiful color. Always hard to know if this shows up well, but in person it's beautiful colors. And we fly down the back. It's got a little knot off to the left there. I think you can avoid it. And gonna clean up pretty nice, I think, for you. So lots of options. That is stave 6, 81 inch. That's $3.25. And number 7, 81 inches long. Natural reflex through it. And it's got just a gentle sweep off to the right at the far end, so probably a little heat bend if you're looking to keep it full length. Might be able to shorten it up if you want to straighten without bending, but incredibly tight growth rings. See if that shows up for you, and real thin sapwood, real white. So I can't even guess ring density. I think we must be in the 60, 80 rings an inch. Yeah. Again, a little bit fluted on the bark, so nothing major, but some of them are real flat and some have little waves to it. So I think that one's gonna glisten once it's all polished up. So that's stave 7, 81 inch, that's 300, and stave 8, 80 inches long. So alignment looks great, nice and straight. Got just a hint of deflex through it. So up to you, either leave it as is, tiller it out, get a sweet shooter, or flip the tips and get a little deflex recurve going on. Nice, beautiful tight grain. And a real nice smooth back to this one. So that should be a fun one. That's stave 8, 80 inch, that's 275. And number 9, 71 inch, so a little bit shorter, sort of in that 28 inch draw longbow range. Just a hint of deflex, but barely. Incredibly tight grain, and just a little sliver of wood. This was a little off cut when I was cutting out a bigger stave, but it was just so clean. I think there's going to be a beautiful light little bow in there. I would say nothing heavy. I would say, you know, maybe 45, maybe 50. But if you're looking to build anything 50 or below, I think it's exactly what you need. So that's stave 9, 71 inch, that's 225. And number 10, 80 inches long. Alignment looks great. Front to back looks great. Back's nice and smooth. So it's got one knot here off to the one end. Up to you. I think if you're trying to build heavy, you could probably keep it in. If you're looking to go quite light, I think you could scooch beside it. But some of those happen at the time of making. See how it's bending. But other than that, it's a beautiful stave. One little knot out there. Might even be able to shorten it up, put the knot in the handle if you're looking flat bow. Lots of options. So that is number 10, 80 inches. That's 225. And number 11, 74 inch. Alignment looks pretty good. A tiny sweep to the left. Hard to say if you can. I think you could get a pretty straight run out of that. And front to back is pipe straight. Lovely color. Nice and consistent. Again, smaller little V, so nothing heavy, but I think easily 50, 60. Getting into a little bit more character. A little pin knot cluster here. A little knot here. A little through here. So a couple little things, nothing major, but getting into a little bit more character. So that's number 11, 74 inch, that's 225. And the last one for our first video here is number 12, 73 inches long. Well, it's actually, let me start that over. So I was looking it over, there's a sort of a knot that's centered right here. So I said 73 just below the knot, full 80 out to the tip. Yeah, up to you. Getting into a little bit of character. Little tiny knot there, a couple little bumps. But other than that, nice and straight, nice high density, incredibly tight ring count to it. So that's number 12 and 73 inch, and that is 225. So that's it for the first video. I'm gonna do one more here and keep them going. But thanks a lot for looking, some real nice wood. Let me know what you're interested in. See you next time.